Good afternoon, everyone. We will be offering simultaneous interpretation in Spanish during this meeting. If you wish to hear the Spanish interpretation, please click the interpretation button at the bottom right corner of your Zoom screen. You'll see a globe icon that will appear right after these instructions. If you're joining us via the Zoom smartphone app, select your language by clicking More or the three dots in the bottom right corner of your Zoom screen. Select Language Interpretation, then choose Spanish and click Done. If you wish to hear only the interpreter and not the original speakers, be sure to click Mute Original Audio. Muy buenas tardes a todos. Estaremos ofreciendo interpretación simultánea al español durante esta reunión. Si desea escuchar la interpretación en español, haga clic en el botón de interpretación en la parte inferior derecha de la pantalla Zoom. Verá un icono en forma de globo terráqueo que aparecerá justo después de estas instrucciones. Si nos acompaña por medio de la aplicación de Zoom para teléfono inteligente, seleccione su idioma haciendo clic en donde dice más o en los tres puntos en la esquina inferior derecha de la pantalla. Seleccione Interpretación del idioma, elija Español y haga clic en donde dice Listo. Si desea escuchar solo al intérprete y no a los oradores originales, asegúrese de hacer clic en silenciar el audio original. Back to you, Andrea.
Okay, ready. Great. Thank you so much, Ms. Mariana. Andrea, are we set to go?
Yes.
Great.
Ready.
Thank you so much. Let me share my screen. Good evening, AEA community. If you are attending this community forum, this is for the AEA Comprehensive School-Wide Safety Plan. And we are going to go ahead and start this community forum. The format we will be following, we'll start with welcome and introductions. We'll follow that with what actually is a comprehensive school-wide safety plan. We'll review the community survey results, and we will also discuss the 2026-27 additions and revisions to the comprehensive school-wide safety plan. And then we'll open up the Q&A session for questions and comments from our community. So we do want to thank you for joining us this evening, taking time out of your day to join us for this event.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Juan Abel Hernandez. I'm a fourth grade English teacher at the elementary campus, and I have been with our organization for 24 years.
Good evening. My name is Matthew Vizzolo. I am the middle school assistant principal. I've been with AEA. This is my 10th year. First year as assistant principal. I spent the other 9 as a PE teacher.
Thank you, Juan and Matt, so much. My name is Kathy Montes. I'm the operations manager here at Albert Einstein Academies, and I am in my 14th year here at the organization. We're first going to review what actually is a comprehensive school-wide safety plan. So a comprehensive school-wide safety plan, which is also the acronym of CSSP that we utilize, it is a required annual written plan. It outlines how a school prevents, prepares, and responds to and recovers from emergencies and safety threats in order to protect our students, staff, and visitors. There are 3 major sections in our school-wide safety plan. The entire document itself is close to 140 pages, but by sections, we start off with section 1, which is the administrator's red book, which is also entitled our playbook. And the following items are in that section. We have an oath and affirmations page. So once this school-wide safety plan is passed by our Board of Trustees annually, they have an affirmation page that they need to sign. Also, local San Diego PD and San Diego Fire Department also sign this affirmations page, as well as our superintendent. There is child abuse reporting in this section, emergency plans, key LEA contacts. Those would be our command incident officers, anybody that is supporting with logistics in a real-time emergency. There's also our incident command posts and maps, which include our evacuation maps and our utilities maps as well. Section 2 discusses about our emergency actions, and these are at-a-glance guides that talk about our top 8 emergency actions, which we have, as you can see listed here, we have all clear, lockdown, a secure campus, a shelter in place, take cover, then there's a drop, cover, and hold, an evacuation, and an offsite evacuation. We usually receive questions on what's the difference between a lockdown and a secure campus. So a lockdown, both of these instances, the buildings do get locked in. No one is entering, no one is exiting. However, with a secure campus, instruction continues. So classroom doors stay locked, but instruction continues with the teachers. A lockdown, which is different, which means instruction does stop at that time until that emergency action has concluded. And then our third section of the safety plan are emergency events. So this section covers over 40 emergency events that could possibly happen on our campuses. Anything from a bomb threat to a tsunami, everything. There's 40 different events. So you can, obviously review those. Our school-wide safety plan is located on our website. It is open and available for anyone to view on our website. The one you'll see when you go to our website is actually our 25-26 version of our school-wide safety plan. The one that we are working on right now is our 2026-27 version of that plan. It also talks about actions and procedures for all of these emergency events.
And up next, I'll begin sharing the community survey results. Go on to the next slide, please. Okay, thank you. This slide is the community survey results. It basically denotes that there were 105 responses. 79 of those responses were from parents and 26 of those were from staff. Next slide, please. This slide asks what school their student belongs to, and there were also 105 responses, and 67 of the responses said that they come to the elementary school, that they've got children in the elementary school. And middle school, we got 17 total responses. 5 of those said that they have students in both of the schools, and also the staff did provide 16 responses that they have children at either of the schools. Thank you.
In that survey, we also asked our community what their top 3 safety concerns were. There was a list of different safety concerns and an option to write in an other section. Of the ones that they could choose, the main one was lockdown and surprise attack. Parent communication during emergency was also a large concern, and earthquakes. And again, living in Southern California, those all kind of make sense. We had an earthquake last year, and I can 100% understand why parent communication during an emergency event would be a top concern. It's something we're working on and trying to kind of nail down between the 2 campuses. And then again, with the climate of our country, lockdown, surprise attacks, it's no surprise there that is number 1.
Great. Thank you so much, Juan and Matt, very much. It's also important to note for the earthquake, with the drills that are run at each campus monthly, there are monthly safety drills that are run at each campus. Obviously, lockdown, earthquake, these are big drills that are run, and fire obviously as well. We do participate annually in the Great American Shakeout every year. So we are one of the schools that are added to the list of thousands of schools and organizations that participate in the Great American Shakeout every October. So we are listed in there as well. This next section I'll cover is revisions and additions to this year's plan. We like to obviously talk about what has been added or changed from last year's school safety plan so that everyone can understand why these additions were added or why these revisions were made. And our ongoing section would be staffing. So we do have to list a staffing roster in our school-wide safety plan along with our staff emergency cell phone numbers. So all of our staff have to have their emergency numbers updated. Those have to be in the school safety plan as well. So as you can imagine, we have to update last year's plan to reflect this year's current employee roster. Opioid overdose. This was a section that was added last year as well, but there were some little slight changes that we made to it this year. So we do have a full one-page section in there on protocols and procedures for responding to an opioid overdose on campus, be it an adult or a student. And that is a reflection of Senate Bill 10. So that was added this year. We also have our immigration enforcement activity policy and the section on notification to parents as well. This is another big add for this year. And if you attended the last month's board meeting, we did give our first read of the immigration enforcement activity policy and also how we will be notifying parents on that. And then also our instructional continuity plan, it's Senate Bill 153. This was added last year, but we just needed to do a couple updates to it. So that is another page that's added in there as well. And what this means is that if for any reason there is a major disaster in San Diego County and all of the schools are shut down, including AEA, this talks about how we would go about continuing instruction for students going remote. Think of COVID, think of potential any future hopefully not pandemics, or think of a wildfire situation or potentially an earthquake. And next, we're going to open it up for questions, Q&A section to our community. And between the three of us, we'll be answering those questions for you. Again, this webinar is only for our comprehensive school-wide safety plan. So we are only addressing questions regarding the comprehensive school-wide safety plan. Just please keep that in mind. And then obviously, Mr. Hernandez is a representative from the elementary campus, and Mr. Vizzolo is our representative from the middle school campus. So any specific questions regarding how an evacuation is handled on a certain campus, they will be addressing those specifically. So if you have any questions, if you can access the Q&A section and go ahead and drop those in there, we'll be happy to answer them for you. Mr. Vozzolo, do you have access to the Q&A section as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
No questions yet.
I currently don't see any questions myself either. So I do want to take this time to let the community know that if you do have a question that maybe you didn't think about right now during this meeting, please feel free to email us at support@aeacs.org. And we will go ahead. Those emails will be forwarded to the three of us in tandem, and we can answer those questions for you after. If you think about something later that we've either spoken about, or you just have a regular question about anything safety wise on our campuses, we'd be happy to answer that. Again, it's support@aeacs.org. Mr. Hernandez, would you like to add anything before we close out?
No, actually, I had to leave for a second because my other speaker spoke. So was there a question asked? I didn't quite hear that question.
No, we currently don't have any questions in the Q&A
Got it. Okay.
at this time. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Vizzolo?
Sure, we can add that at the middle school campus, we're currently working with the construction crew for the high school to plan some coordinated evacuation or lockdown drills. Whenever we have a fire drill or anything like that, we have to let them know. And so we want to coordinate something along the lines with them. They have standards that they have to follow. They have drills that they have to do as well. So we're working with them to try to get a nice, easy way to communicate and to, work with them. Because if there is an actual situation where we are either evacuating or locking down or shelter in place, whatever it may be, they need to be aware of it as well. They may be alerting us, we may be alerting them, so we have to have a two-way communication. But other than that, that's it.
Thank you. And Mr. Hernandez can confirm as well, but we do also with the site modernization here at elementary, same goes. They are alerted to any of the drills that are happening here and are aware when we are having those drills and what type of drill it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't see any questions coming in, so I'll go ahead and close out the meeting. And I want to thank everyone for taking the time to join us and taking time out of your busy day. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email them to support@aeacs.org. Great.